Alright, this is quite a different video to what I usually make, but yeah, no game dev in this one. We're just gonna hang out while I ramble, with me drawing in the background. So, Pewdiepie just released his 1 year of drawing video, and in it he said something like, I want this to be inspiring.
I wanted this whole thing also to be inspiring. I want other people to have this experience as well.
And I was 100% inspired to draw by Pewdiepie. So let's talk about it. I started taking drawing seriously about 10 months ago, about at the start or maybe mid-January. Pewdiepie released his 30 days of drawing video at about November, and his progress was quite impressive. He could draw cute anime girls. Seeing his video made me want to draw. So I brushed off my old ass drawing tablet, I started drawing again, and I sucked ass. As much as I want to say my motivation to draw was wholesome, like, wow, that is so impressive and awesome. Maybe I can be impressive and awesome too.
You can do it, bro. Just gotta believe.
Yeah. That just wasn't how I felt. It was more like, I can't believe Pewdiepie can draw better than me. Fuck! Nah, I simply cannot let this stand. And yeah, for some reason, it was just annoying. I know the saying, comparison is the thief of joy and all that, but on the flip side for me, getting competitive really lights a fire within me, so I just accept the fact that I'm a bit toxic if it means that I operate more effectively. I've been wanting to get good at drawing for ages. I've just been too much of a dumbass, to be honest. I've had little bursts of effort, like, this time will be the one. But really, I'd probably draw for like a week without any progress, and then I'd give up. And I've done that many times over the years. But this time is actually the one. So let's go through my journey. First off, randomly a couple weeks before Pewdiepie's first drawing video, I had drawn a pretty shit Goku myself, which is what I'm redrawing in the background. So from this, I guess drawing was somewhat on my mind already. In December, I also drew this. I was probably thinking about drawing and was wondering what I would do to actually improve. So you can see I was testing how I would practice perspective. The idea of committing to drawing was, like, definitely on my mind here for sure. But that's literally the only 2 drawings before 2024. On the 5th of January, I got a new drawing tablet with a screen. I figured I was coping super hard using my old drawing tablet. Like, I'd draw something, I'd be like, I'm only bad because of this piece of shit. So to eliminate all excuses, I splashed a bit of money. And honestly, that is probably, no, not probably, that is purchase of the year for me, 100%. I started hot. 5th of January. Well, that's the best thing I'm gonna buy this year. I tested it out by drawing Sung Jin Woo from Solo Leveling because I really liked the manhwa's art style. I immediately felt a difference. I could draw circles way easier, but I still sucked. Of course. I didn't become Picasso overnight or anything, but more importantly, mentally going forward, I knew that everything that is bad about my art is completely my fault and is just a skill issue. So I got this new drawing tablet. I started slowly at first. I didn't draw every day, I'd draw every now and then. My hand wasn't very stable at the beginning, so I was just trying to get good at doing lines. And to be clear, it's not like I started at 0. I've learned pixel art and sculpting in Blender, as well as having some previous drawing experience, so I had a bit of an ego about my art skills, which is why learning to draw was so frustrating for me. When you learn to draw, there's 2 skills that need to improve, like your actual technical ability to draw and your ability to analyze. For me, I had a really high level to analyze relative to my actual drawing ability, so when I drew something, pretty clearly see how dog shit it was. That disparity made it so frustrating, like, because I could see just how shit my drawings were. And also, when I say, like, ability to analyze, I don't mean thinking all your art is shit, but like, It's the skill to recognize actionable changes you can take to improve upon your art. Now we're approaching the end of this drawing, and you're about to see the most OP skill in my arsenal, which is compositing. Combining my ability to do VFX with drawing. So as a reminder, here's how I drew Goku 1 year ago, and here's how I draw him today. I would say there's a massive difference. It reads way more as Dragon Ball and way more as Goku. I was going for the Namek Saga art style, and I think I did pretty well. We'll do one more drawing in this video, so let's do something a bit more challenging. A girl, and a slightly harder composition. Going back a bit, let's break down the frustration I had with drawing, which by the way, I think was actually a good thing. It forced me to decipher why I couldn't quite pull off what I was seeing in my head. Previous attempts at learning to draw, I would feel this frustration and then give up. But this time, I was chasing Pewdiepie, who one, had just proven that it was very much possible to improve a lot in a short period of time, and two, who I had basically made a demon in my head. I don't have anything against him, by the way. I just enjoy fighting fake demons, and it really helped me to not quit. So I kept drawing, and I found an issue, one that has always existed in my drawings. I could not intentionally draw a girl for some reason. Whenever I did, kinda looked like a guy. And this is Asuka. And she doesn't look very girly to me. And guess what I'm drawing in the background? That's right. Asuka. Anyway, I naively thought, oh, long hair, round jaw means it's a girl, right? But this isn't always the case, because girls can have angular faces and look like girls, and vice versa, guys don't have to have angular features to look like guys. So I had to fuck around with the proportions to learn the real source behind sexual dimorphism, and here's what I found. For me, I visualized there being 3 parts to the head. The cranium part, the face part, and the neck. These are not scientific terms or anything, like this is just what I think and how I abstract these features, thoughts, basically, the face and neck are just bigger in dudes, while the cranium stays the same size between genders. Now that might be bullshit, but that's what I imagine, and I feel like that works for me. That's the main thing that I see. There are small things like girls, like eyebrows are a bit higher up and guys' eyebrows are closer to their eyes. And like men just having larger cheekbones and eyebrow bones. There are a bunch of different factors, but those are the big ones that I've found. So if you're having trouble with this, those are the sliders that I recommend you play with. Now my next problem is that if I can 3D model a full body character with no issues, then I should be able to draw a full body character, right? Unless there's something stopping me from connecting my skill sets. So with this knowledge that I can do 3D, we can assume that I have a pretty good understanding of anatomy, but with drawing, I have a terrible understanding of volume, or at least like presenting volume with line art. So you'll see I practice drawing 3D objects like a lot, just primitive objects, like cubes and cylinders mostly. I would just draw the horizon line and then go ham. Then I eventually started freeballing and guesstimating where the horizon line is, trying to get as much depth as I could. I found exercises like drawing the lines for the back of an object really helpful in my learning. Also drawing lines that follow the surface of the object and slicing objects as well. These were all quite helpful for me. I did this for a while and I started to see improvements. I was still bad, but I was improving. And I started applying my new skills into drawing poses. And my shit was starting to look dimensional. And then, all of a sudden, things started to click. I'm starting to translate what I perceive way more accurately into my drawings. And then I dropped 3 pretty good sketches in a row. Now we're talking. Finally, some good fucking improvement. However, another problem is brewing. I was getting tired of drawing any random shit. I was getting bored. What's the end game here? Where am I going with this? Well, I feel like I don't want to create drawings. I want to create worlds, characters, and stories. So I decided I need to be able to draw one subject consistently. I came up with 2 options to facilitate this. 1, start drawing comics, webtoons, manga, whatever. My second option was animation. I chose the latter. I think in game development, animation is going to be more useful to me. Also, I get a better result in the end, I think. There's one more reason why animation ended up being a better choice. I'll get to that in a second. So, my first hand-drawn, non-pixel art, non-pivot animation was Among Us. My goal was to do a 360, just a turnaround, simple. A mate on Discord was fucking off his rocker, so I added a voice line in there as well. So yeah, that was pretty cool. I did a bunch of other animations as well. They're probably on my laptop and I can't be bothered rendering them. So yeah, doing a 360 Among Us forced my brain to see what I was drawing as an object in a world, bridging the gap even further between 3D and 2D. And that's when I would say I started getting actually good. Animation was definitely the correct choice because it is incredibly punishing. Shit will look off way more obviously than one static image. I think things from this point start getting less interesting because I did end up not drawing as much ever since about April because I'm just doing game dev and other stuff. But even though I'm not drawing, I'm still somehow improving. Like every time I pick up the pen, I can draw better. Like I've got some sort of learning inertia. I think it's because I'm much more conscious of how I see the world around me. When I like wake up, I look at my hand, I'm like, wow. That's just so fun. And then, you know, I observe, I skibbity bop, you know what I'm saying? I did the cover art for a game jam. That was pretty cool. Haven't made a devlog about it yet, but yeah, that's probably my next video. I think that'll do for this video. The drawing in the background took me ages and I didn't record all of it, so I'm just gonna cut it off in a second. I got the line art done, so come on, mate. This drawing just sort of turned into an experiment for me, because I need to get good at backgrounds. But yeah, that's my 1 year of drawing. Did you start drawing because of Pewdiepie? Do you want to? Well, if you do, and you want to improve at the same pace, you need to fucking lock in. I'm not gonna lie. And just, if you are young and can't improve at the same rate, that is completely okay. I'll tell you why it's way easier to learn skills as you get older, just real quick. So 1, you are less dumb, just straight up. 2, if you have been spending your younger years right, you should have a good track record with skills. I have successfully learnt many things, and I understand how my brain works and how to get the most out of myself. If I get stuck, I can use previous methods from other skills to break past plateaus. Every new thing I learn comes easier than the last because of that. And when you're older, you're just more mature about your emotions. It's easy to understand frustration is just part of the process. Now all you need to do is be patient. But yeah, that's it. I'm rambling now. Here's the result of my drawing. Go out there and learn stuff. You got this. See ya.